Today we're going to be talking about hair loss, what really causes it, and what you can do to prevent and treat it. Hair loss is such a common issue that affects millions of people around the world, but there's a lot of misinformation and misconceptions out there about what actually causes it. In this video, I'm going to dive into the science and give you the real scoop on the primary causes of hair loss, based on the latest research and expert insights. We'll cover everything from genetics and hormones to lifestyle factors and medical conditions. By the end, you'll have a much clearer understanding of why you might be experiencing hair loss, and the steps you can take to regain a healthy, full head of hair. So if you're struggling with thinning hair, balding, or excessive shedding, make sure you stick around. This video could really help you get to the root of the problem. Let's get started. Genetics and hereditary hair loss. The number one cause of hair loss is genetics and hereditary factors. This type of hair loss is called androgenetic alopecia, and it's by far the most common form, accounting for about 95% of all hair loss cases. Androgenetic alopecia is often referred to as male pattern baldness or female pattern baldness because the hair loss typically follows a very predictable pattern. In men, it usually starts with a receding hairline and gradual thinning at the crown of the head. In women, the hair tends to thin all over, with the most noticeable thinning at the part line and the frontal hairline. The reason this type of hair loss is so strongly linked to genetics is that it's caused by a sensitivity to a male hormone called dihydrotestosterone, or DHT for short. DHT is a byproduct of testosterone, and in people genetically predisposed to androgenetic alopecia, it causes the hair follicles to gradually shrink over time. So if your parents or grandparents experience significant hair loss, there's a pretty good chance you'll be dealing with it too. The good news is that there are treatments available, like topical minoxidil and oral finasteride, that can help counteract the effects of DHT and slow down or even stop this type of hereditary hair loss. Hormonal imbalances. Another major contributor to hair loss is hormonal imbalances. This is particularly common in women, who can experience fluctuations in their estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone levels for a variety of reasons. One of the most well-known hormonal causes of hair loss is postpartum shedding. During pregnancy, a woman's estrogen levels skyrocket, which can cause the hair to actually grow faster and become thicker. But after giving birth, those hormone levels plummet, and it's very common for new moms to experience significant, temporary hair loss in the months following their baby's arrival. Other hormonal triggers for hair loss include thyroid disorders, polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS, menopause, and birth control pill usage or discontinuation. The reason hormonal imbalances lead to hair loss is that they disrupt the normal hair growth cycle. Luckily, in many cases, addressing the underlying hormonal issue can help reverse this type of hair loss. Stress and lifestyle factors. While genetics and hormones play a huge role, hair loss can also be triggered by various lifestyle and environmental factors. Chronic stress, in particular, is a major culprit. When we experience high levels of stress, our bodies go into fight or flight mode, releasing a surge of the hormone cortisol. This disrupts the normal hair growth cycle, causing more hair follicles to enter the shedding phase prematurely. Stress can also lead to inflammation, which further damages the hair follicles. Other lifestyle factors that can contribute to hair loss include nutritional deficiencies, dramatic weight loss, excessive use of harsh hair products, and certain medications. The good news is that many of these lifestyle-related hair loss triggers are within our control. By reducing stress, eating a balanced diet, and being gentle with our hair, we can often halt or even reverse this type of shedding. Medical conditions. In some cases, hair loss can be a symptom of an underlying medical condition. Autoimmune disorders like alopecia areata, for example, cause the immune system to mistakenly attack the hair follicles, leading to patchy hair loss. Other medical conditions that may contribute to hair loss include scalp infections, skin conditions, anemia, thyroid dysfunction, and certain types of cancer. If you're experiencing sudden, excessive, or pattern hair loss, it's a good idea to see a dermatologist or your primary care provider to identify any potential medical causes. treating hair loss. Now that we've covered the main causes of hair loss, let's talk about what you can do about it. The specific treatment approach will depend on the underlying cause, but there are a few key strategies that can be helpful across the board. First and foremost, it's important to address any underlying health issues or hormonal imbalances. This may involve working with your doctor to adjust medications, treat an autoimmune disorder, or get your thyroid levels back in check. For hereditary hair loss, medications like minoxidil and finasteride have been shown to be effective at slowing down shedding and promoting regrowth. And for hair loss related to lifestyle factors, making changes like reducing stress, improving your diet, and being gentle with your hair can make a big difference. No matter the cause, patience and consistency are key when it comes to treating hair loss. It can take several months to see results from any given treatment, so it's important to stick with it. And if one approach doesn't work, don't get discouraged. Keep working with your healthcare provider to find the right solution for you. Conclusion. Well, there you have it, the real scoop on what causes hair loss and what you can do about it. From genetics and hormones to lifestyle factors and medical conditions, there are a lot of potential contributors to this common issue. The good news is that in many cases, hair loss is treatable and even reversible. By addressing the underlying causes, making some strategic changes, and working closely with your healthcare team, you can take back control of your hair and regain that luscious, healthy mane you've been missing. I hope this video has been helpful in shedding some light on the science behind hair loss. Remember, if you're concerned about your own hair health, don't hesitate to seek out professional medical advice. And if you found this information useful, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.